rich woman, I don't give charity.
The sun burned softly on Adeola Street that morning. People hurried past, holding bags, phones, and drinks. Among them walked Vanessa Okoro, dressed in high heels and a bright yellow dress that shimmered when she moved. She looked like someone who had everything: beauty, success, and confidence. Her phone rang. "Yes, I'm almost at the meeting," she said proudly. "They'll have to wait for me. I'm the one closing this deal." Just then, an old woman stood in her path. Her clothes were torn, her hair grey and tangled. She held out a shaky hand and whispered, "Please, my daughter, just a little food." Vanessa frowned. "Do I look like a charity worker? Move away, please." The old woman didn't move. Her voice was soft, trembling. "Please, I haven't eaten since yesterday." Vanessa sighed loudly. People were starting to look. She opened her lunch bag, took out a small container of jollof rice, and said sharply, "You want food? Here, take it." Then she threw the rice toward the woman's feet. Gasps filled the air. Someone shouted, "That's wicked!" Vanessa rolled her eyes. "Mind your business," she said, walking away with pride in every step. But one man didn't look away. Tunde, a taxi driver nearby, froze as he saw the old woman's face. Something about her eyes looked familiar. He took a picture quietly and whispered, "That's Mrs. Beatrice Adeyemi, the billionaire's mother. Everyone said was dead." He sent the photo to a friend at Novatech, the company owned by Beatrice's son. While Vanessa walked proudly into the mall, the old woman sat on the ground, tears mixing with rice and dust. If only Vanessa had known who she just hurt, her life would never be the same again. The next morning came with news that shook the whole city. Ethan Adeyemi, the young billionaire and CEO of Novatech, sat in his glass office staring at a message from his head of security. "Is greater than, Sir, someone claims to have seen your mother alive." His heart stopped. For months, he had searched every corner of Lagos, hiring detectives, placing ads, praying. Everyone said she was gone forever. But now someone had seen her? "Where?" he whispered. "On Adeola Street, sir." Ethan didn't wait another second. He grabbed his keys and rushed out. His guards followed, confused but silent. When the black SUVs pulled up to Adeola Street, people were already gathering. And there, sitting on a broken bench, was the same woman Vanessa had thrown food at. Ethan's breath caught in his chest. "Mama?" The old woman looked up slowly. Her eyes widened as tears filled them. "My son," she whispered weakly. He ran to her, falling to his knees in the dirt. "Mama, it's me. It's Ethan." He hugged her tightly as tears streamed down his face. The street went silent. Phones came out. Cameras recorded. Everyone watched as the billionaire cried in the arms of a beggar woman. And just a few steps away, Vanessa walked out of the mall carrying a shopping bag. She froze when she saw the scene. The same old woman she had insulted, held tightly by her boss. Her hands shook. The bag slipped from her fingers. The noise made Ethan turn around. Their eyes met. Time stopped. Vanessa's world crashed in that moment. The old woman's face, her boss's tears, the cameras, everything. What you do in secret can become your greatest shame in public. That day, the internet found this news story. Executive humiliates billionaire's missing mother. The next morning, Vanessa woke up to the sound of her phone buzzing non-stop. Messages, missed calls, and hundreds of notifications filled the screen. She opened one, then another. Her heart sank. Her face was everywhere. Videos of her throwing rice at the old woman. Headlines flashing. "Is greater than cruel executive humiliates billionaire's mother." Novatech staff disgraces the CEO's missing mom. She dropped the phone. No, this can't be real. Her doorbell rang. It was her neighbor. "Vanessa, everyone's talking about you. You're on TV." Vanessa ran to the mirror. Her reflection looked like a stranger, pale, scared, broken. Her phone rang again. This time, it was from work. She picked up slowly. "Vanessa Okoro." Her boss's voice said coldly, "You are hereby suspended until further notice. The company cannot be associated with your behavior." The line went dead. Vanessa fell to her knees, her chest tightening. "God, what have I done?" she cried. She remembered the woman's face, the pain in her eyes, the trembling voice. Tears rolled down Vanessa's cheeks. For the first time, she wished she could turn back time. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Ethan sat beside his mother's bed. Machines beeped softly. The old woman's eyes fluttered open. "My son," he smiled through tears. "You're safe now, Mama." But her next words made him freeze. "I remember a man with a gold ring. He took me away. He said I should disappear forever." Ethan's jaw tightened. "Who? Mama? Who did this to you?" Her eyes clouded with confusion. But one thing was clear, she was afraid. Pride had destroyed one woman's peace. Now, truth was about to destroy another man's lies. That night, Vanessa couldn't sleep. Every sound felt heavy, every breath hot. She whispered to herself, "If I ever get another chance, I'll make it right." Days passed, but Vanessa's shame didn't fade. People whispered when she walked down the street. Her friends stopped answering her calls. She sat alone in her small apartment, replaying that one cruel moment in her mind. The rise, the woman's face, the crowd. Then one night, as rain poured against her window, she remembered something. A black SUV had been parked near the spot where she met the old woman, and there was a man inside wearing a gold ring shaped like a lion's head. She hadn't thought much of it then, but now it felt important. Her heart pounded. She picked up her phone. "Mr. Ethan, please, I need to speak with you. I know you hate me, but this is about your mother." She waited, trembling. For hours, there was no reply. But around midnight, her phone buzzed. A text message. "Come to Novatech tomorrow morning. Don't waste my time." The next day, Vanessa walked into the building she once ruled with pride, now a stranger, filled with regret. Ethan stood by the window, looking out at the city. His voice was low. "You said you had something to tell me." "Yes," she said. "I saw a car that day. A man inside wore a ring gold with a lion's head. He was watching us." Ethan turned sharply. His eyes widened. His mother had spoken of that same ring, the one worn by his uncle, Chief Gregory Adeyemi. "Are you sure?" Ethan asked. "I'll never forget it," Vanessa whispered. That was the moment everything changed. Ethan began to dig, and the truth began to crawl out of the dark. Sometimes, the person you least expect becomes the key to your redemption. That night, detectives traced the SUV to Chief Gregory's name, and for the first time, Ethan realized the real enemy was not outside his family. It was sitting right at their table. The truth came out slowly, like a dark secret fighting its way into the light. Detectives followed every clue: phone calls, payments, and the black SUV. Everything pointed to one man, Chief Gregory Adeyemi, Ethan's own uncle. When they arrested him, he laughed at first. "You can't prove anything," he said proudly. But when the officers showed him photos, recordings, and witnesses, his face fell. He had planned it all: the kidnapping, the lies, the fake funeral. He wanted Ethan's company and fortune. Ethan sat quietly in the courtroom as his uncle was led away in handcuffs. He didn't smile. He didn't speak. He just looked up and whispered, "Justice." Outside the courthouse, Vanessa waited. She had helped the detectives with her memory, even when people still insulted her online. She wanted to do one thing right. When Beatrice, Ethan's mother, stepped out of the car, Vanessa ran to her and dropped to her knees. "I'm so sorry," she cried. "I was proud. I was cruel. Please, forgive me." Beatrice reached out her hand and lifted her gently. "My daughter," she said softly, "pride blinds us, but humility, it heals." Vanessa broke down in tears, holding the woman she once hurt. People watching began to cry too. It was a moment no one would forget. Weeks later, Vanessa started a new project, a small foundation that fed hungry women and helped them find jobs. She named it Hearts of Grace. Ethan visited one afternoon and smiled. "You've changed," he said. She nodded. "I had to fall to learn how to rise." That evening, she walked down Adeola Street, the same place where her pride destroyed her peace. A hungry woman reached out her hand. Vanessa smiled and handed her a warm meal. Because real power isn't in wealth or pride, it's in kindness.